Every night we look up at the stars and wonder the same thing. Are we alone? At first, that sounds like a difficult question to answer. But when astronomers started counting the stars, the planets, and the age of the galaxy, something strange happened. The numbers stopped making sense. Because according to everything we know about the universe, alien civilizations should be everywhere. And yet, we've never found a single one. Today, we're going to figure out why. Let's start with our galaxy. The Milky Way contains roughly 100 billion stars. That's already an absurd number, but the truly important detail isn't how many stars there are. It's how old they are. Many stars formed billions of years before the sun even existed, meaning that if life can emerge around stars, some civilizations could have had an unimaginable head start over humanity. And once you realize that, a very uncomfortable question appears. If somebody started billions of years before us, where are they now? For most of human history, we didn't know whether planets existed around other stars. Today we know that planets are everywhere. In fact, astronomers now think there may be more planets than stars in the Milky Way. Some are giant gas worlds, some are frozen wastelands, and some may be remarkably similar to Earth. Even if only a tiny fraction of them can support life, we're still left with billions of potentially habitable planets. At that point, Earth starts looking less like a miracle, and more like one example among many. The story gets even stranger when we look at our own planet. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, and life appeared surprisingly early in its history. Scientists still don't know exactly how life began, but it seems to have happened almost as soon as conditions allowed it. That doesn't prove life is common, but it suggests something interesting. Maybe life isn't an incredibly rare accident. Maybe life emerges naturally whenever the conditions are right. And if that's true, then the galaxy should be filled with living worlds. Of course, bacteria aren't building spaceships. The next step is intelligence. On Earth, life spent billions of years evolving, before eventually producing a species capable of science, technology, and astronomy. But given enough planets and enough time, it becomes difficult to believe that this happened only once. Somewhere out there, evolution should have produced other intelligent species. Some may be less advanced than us. Others may be far ahead. And that's where the mystery starts becoming impossible to ignore. Imagine a civilization that became technologically advanced 1 million years before humanity. That sounds like a huge amount of time, but compared to the age of the galaxy, it's almost nothing. Such a civilization could spread from star to star, slowly exploring larger and larger regions of the Milky Way. Given enough time, even relatively slow expansion could reach the entire galaxy, and the Milky Way has had billions of years available. If intelligent civilizations are common, somebody should already have spread across it long before humans ever appeared. But when we look into space, we don't see evidence of galaxy-spanning civilizations. No, we don't see alien probes, we don't see giant engineering projects surrounding distant stars. We don't see obvious signs that anyone has ever been here. Instead, we see silence. The galaxy appears exactly as if nobody is out there. And that's the moment when all of our assumptions collide with reality. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi listened to a discussion about extraterrestrial life and asked a question that has haunted scientists ever since. Where is everybody? It sounds simple, but it captures the entire problem. The numbers suggest that intelligent civilizations should exist. The age of the galaxy suggests they should have had more than enough time to spread. Yet the sky remains silent. This contradiction became known as the Fermi Paradox, and more than 70 years later, we still don't have an answer. The one possible explanation is something called the Great Filter. The idea is that somewhere between a lifeless planet and a civilization capable of exploring the stars, there is an obstacle so difficult that almost nobody survives it. Maybe life itself is incredibly rare, maybe intelligent life almost never evolves, or maybe advanced civilizations eventually destroy themselves. We don't know where the filter is, but if it exists, it could explain why the galaxy seems empty, despite having so many opportunities for life. The great filter becomes truly frightening when you realize it can be either behind us or ahead of us. If it's behind us, then humanity may be extraordinarily special. Maybe we've already overcome the hardest challenge in the universe, but if the filter lies ahead, then every silent star in the night sky could represent a civilization that reached our stage and failed. Somewhere in their future, something happened, and if that's true, the same future may be waiting for us. The more we learn about the universe, the stranger this mystery becomes. Every new exoplanet makes it harder to explain the silence, and every new discovery strengthens the case that life should be common. Yet after decades of searching, we will still have no evidence that anybody else is out there. Maybe we're alone. Maybe we're not. But until we find the answer, one question remains. In a galaxy containing hundreds of billions of stars and billions of potentially habitable worlds, where is everybody? I'm Tom, and next time we're going to explore an even stranger possibility. What if the aliens are hiding from us on purpose?